Greetings. See, this is Elder Black Light, and we talking about, you know, the devil is a master salesman. So you can't sell the truth. The truth, you can't commercialize it. If you actually tell the truth, you won't be able to sell nothing. We'll get to that, what I'm talking about later on. In the scriptures, it tell you don't sell it. Don't put a price on truth. Don't put a price on the words of the Most High. You know. So they say, well, when we drop money in the basket, we give to our different organizations and people. Isn't that a form of selling it? No, it don't supposed to be. It's supposed to be what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad did. The people donated. He recycled that money back into the black community and started creating housing, employment, schools. All this was for the black man. He was making the culture of the black man, the kind of culture we used to have here, in captivity, mental captivity and physical captivity. Once physical, now mental. You see, and most guys and organizations, what they do is they use it for self gratification. The money that the people give them. Once they built themselves up, they might build a church so the people, a bigger church, so they make more money off the people. They can have one Cadillac and then two Cadillacs. Wife can have a Cadillac, daughter can have a Cadillac. But they don't enrich the community. So that was the difference. I haven't seen no one rise to the level of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Uh, this is how you can tell black people are full of BS. The ones that's uh, talking about they trying to help their people or save their people or teach their people right or whatever. One time I was working. Well, I'm gonna tell you this. Let me run it like this. Uh, the music business, I was in that. I was in that music game. At 12 years old, I made my first money. So I know about organization, how to organize, how to be a leader, how to be a follower, a team player, whatever, all that. But the system is corrupt because the people that invented this system is corrupt. And it eventually led me to be on a black man's radio. He had a radio station, television station, and a hall combined, plus a little restaurant inside. And I brought a lot of ideas to his place, But black people, we started off, in unity, but we end up in disunity because he didn't know how to recycle the people that was on there. They were just looking for glamour, and you know notification. They just want to be noticed, whatever. And they can't help it because they all after that materialism, So they can't stay together. Black people can't build nothing, you know, in the community. That's why Nipsey Hussle, that's one reason why he was assassinated. He was the modern time example of how to outmaneuver the Caucasian. But once you get into that, you sign into that music business, anyone who ever got into it and have some level of success is going to get, either you're going to have to go along with the program or get murdered. And so you don't see black people, once they, like his radio station and TV station could have went big. It could have been a place for, we could have been almost like CBS if black people would have, stuck together and promoted it. We had Minister Farrakhan, we had promoted some of his stuff on there, and one time we had a meeting just for the leaders. Farrakhan was giving a meeting, private meeting just for the black leaders, and we was there. And I announced that this is a black man with a radio and television station, but we had low signals, low antenna. Frequency wasn't going nowhere, but maybe just a little bit outside of Highland Park. And the brothers in there, they wouldn't get behind it. A few did. But if they all would have got behind this brother, got him a bigger antenna, he would have been up there with the Christian network. But it would have been more of a community. Instead of just strictly Christian, it would have been a community. All the religions and people could have expressed themselves and, commercialized it. But the brothers didn't want that. Black hospitals. Down Elijah Muhammad was building, when he passed away, he was building he wanted to build a black hospital. It was on the drawing boards, and they was gathering money to do this. At this time, he had farms, he had boats, airplanes. Now because look, he knew that we were being experimented on and murdered in the Caucasian hospital. So he didn't get it over. That's been 40 years ago. Ain't nobody tried to work on it, a black hospital, since. His idea. So we don't invest into nothing that will help us promote ourselves, be self-sufficient. As far as the music business concerned, there's a lot of brothers in the Nation of Gods and Earth that are musically inclined, and a lot of brothers in the Nation of Islam. There's a lot of brothers everywhere. Black people just musically inclined. They don't try to build their own separate music system or music promotional and publication. They don't try to make no instruments. You don't see no black people making guitars and drums and drum machines and synthesizers. They don't have their own brand of that. Um, we don't actually make clothing from scratch. I'm talking about getting sheep wool and making cotton or whatever material we want to make our clothing out of and styles out of. We go through European. Once we go through that white man, it's going to get watered down. It's going to get diluted and polluted. We don't never do nothing for self. It's a brother over in Africa he made his own car, you know, because I be keeping up what they do over there too. And Akon, he doing things over there. But for the most part, if you get some of your money, if you get your money from that white man, he gonna get his influence, and he gonna try to mess it up because he don't want to see you succeed. We don't do nothing uh, outside the white man. Nothing. We gonna continue this. Stay tuned.